Okay, it's December 26th. Now what? Well, 364 more days until we do it all again. It's always a special time of year, Christmas, and being able to enjoy that with friends and family and all the stuff that leads up to it. It still always comes back to friends and family. We've got one other big holiday, and then it sort of slows down a little bit. The next big thing is New Year's Eve, the ball drop, the New Year's Day, the bowl games. Right around that time, there is 100 parties going on where we get together and watch said ball drop, or that's going on in the background. In the foreground is probably going to be a lot of drinking. And invariably, the joke comes up that the bad news is there's a lot of drinking going on. The really bad news is the magistrates don't work on New Year's Day. So anybody that came in on New Year's Eve may have to stay a couple of days. And if you think that the superstitions about eating collards and hoppin' johns is true, and not washing clothes on New Year's Day and all of those things that our grandparents told us, it is really a bad omen if you wake up behind a set of bars. We would rather not kick into the new year in that sort of way. So there's a couple of ways to do that. You know already where you will probably be spending New Year's Eve. Go ahead and make plans to, if you live in Myrtle Beach or in Conway, it may be that you have a local cab company. Uber, download that app, or Lyft. There's a lot of people that basically do the same job as cab drivers, independent subcontractors. But you can have them to drop you off at the party, and then about 10 minutes before, maybe around the ball drop, just hit that and tell them to come pick you up at that location. And that keeps you from having to get behind the wheel of a vehicle and try to drive. Sometimes, and it's the worst idea ever, you see all of these commercials about buzz driving and drunk driving and all of that. But there have been occasions that a person may have had a few drinks, but not nearly enough that was going to cause them any trouble in driving. But what we fail to realize is there's other drunks on the road, and maybe they, hopefully if they hit you, it's such a small hit that nobody gets injured. But if police have to be called, somebody else has pulled you into that game, and now you've got alcohol on your breath. It's just not a good thing, especially when we can avoid all of that with Lyft and Uber and cab drivers, that sort of stuff, and a little bit of planning ahead. Way back before there was Lyft, when I was in my days of going out for New Year's Eve, we had designated drivers, and that's still a good thing. You take 4 or 5 head, and one of them, flip a coin, you're not going to be able to drink, and you've got to get us all back to where we're going. So there's many ways to do it. The way not to do it is to get on the road and take a chance of spending New Year's Eve and New Year's Day in J. Reuben Long or at the Myrtle Beach Police Department. So as you're planning ahead, there's no reason to even take your car there. You know you're going to be drinking. Leave your car at home, get somebody to drop you off and pick you up, and then all you got to really worry about is the headache. So take care of yourself and each other, and let's get the new year off to a good start with nothing to do but eat collards and hoppin' johns. For us, we will be right back into the court the second week of January, so We do get a couple of days off around the New Year's Day, but after that it's just straight back into court and trials and pleas. So hopefully you've enjoyed this holiday season. One more hurdle to go, make it a good one, and stay safe.